Hello. Today I'm going to help you understand all the different file types that exist when you're trying to export and share your design from Canva, and where you might use different ones. So if you're wondering, what should I use? Should I use a PNG? Should I use a JPEG? Should I use a PDF? What's the difference? This video is for you. Let's go over now. I'm going to screen share. So Canva, if you don't know, it's a free online graphic design tool. There is a free version, and oh, this is pretty fancy. What's all this sexy business? I am in my account. That's pretty fancy. When you make a design, here we go. This is an Instagram design. Oh no, where was I going? I totally lost my train of thought. I just saw those female bodybuilders and lost my mind. Canva is a free graphic design tool. There is a paid version. I have the paid version, so certain things might look a bit different on yours, but you sign up for free. Just go to canva.com and join with your email address. In the description, I'll put a link where you can get a free 30-day trial of all the Canva for Work benefits, which there's a whole video about all of those, so I'm not going to go on about them. Okay, let's just make a super quick design, like let's make this design, right? And then you're okay, right, I'm ready to use this now in social media. So then you can click on this download or share button. I'm pretty sure they just, that's share with other people. But whether you click this drop down or this drop down is very similar, except that this one gives you other options. You can share it straight to a Facebook page. You could use it in a presentation. You can do all kinds of stuff. Download is their suggestion. So then it brings you just to this same option. Now, when they've got PNG suggested, but you can see here there's a drop down and there's lots of other options. So this is what I'm really explicitly talking about today, is all the other options for you when you go to download. So PNG is the most high quality version. I find that often you don't really need that. It is a slightly larger file type, and for most things, if your design is big enough, you won't need a PNG. And it's really not a lot of difference between these. For just social media images, it won't really matter. Or even website images, it's not so noticeable unless you make your design too small. So this one is an Instagram design, and it's 1080 by 1080. So it's actually quite a large design. 1,000 pixels is quite wide. A full screen website image would be 1920. So let me see if I can show you one. So like on my website, so this is a full width image. And let's see what's going to appear here. I don't think there's many images on here, but say on this page, this image at the top it goes the full width. But you can have images that just go, say this image is probably nearly half of the screen. So a full width image would be 1920. So if you make your picture big enough in Canva, when you download it, even as a JPEG, it's still going to look fine. You don't necessarily need a PNG. When I love a PNG is if I want to have a transparent background. And so I use that a lot for logos. So like in logos, when I want to have it so that like these ones over here, the background is see-through. Because sometimes you might like to put a logo on top of something else. And you don't want a big white blob. Like if you put like just the logo like that, it looks quite all right. Whereas if you have a big white blob, let's use this one. Oh, no, not there. It just doesn't look as nice. I mean, sometimes it does look nice, but sometimes it just doesn't. So that's why I love PNG, but I'm pretty sure that that transparent background option is a pro option. So you'd have to either sign up for the free trial for 30 days or pay. So that's JPEG versus PNG. I'd say for social media and for most website images, JPEG is perfectly good. If it's, for printing, you might use PNG. Let's look at the other options. PDF is useful for if you're making an ebook or if you're making a proposal and you need to email it to somebody else. I use PDFs a lot. when I'm emailing documents to clients. It's good for checklists. It's quite good if you make a presentation and then you want to be able to share your presentation slides with people who participate in maybe a webinar. But if you were to publish this as a PDF and then you want to share it on social media, it won't work, because Facebook considers it a file and not an image. So these two, PNG and JPEGs, are considered an image, whereas this one is considered a document. And then PDF print is similar. It's just, will it show it? Oh no, I'd have to download it. But what the PDF print does is let's download one. I'll see if I can show you what it's going to do to it. Let's just share the whole screen. Okay, so, oh, she's too big, friends. Single page. So you can see there's just this little bit around the edge, and there's these little corner bits. So if you were sending it to a printer, if you're sending your document to a printer, it's helpful to have this, and it will make sure that none of the design gets cropped out in the printing process. So that's why you would use the PDF print version. And what else have we got? Video, well, that's pretty obvious. I mean, if you've made one of their, they have these cool designs that are animated social media, and so that needs to get exported as a video. So if you put I wonder if we can find one. Elements. If we put one of their animated stickers, do they have animated? They do have them. I might just have to search for it. Animated. Do these look good? Maybe they do. I should just pop one on and see what happens. So if we put one of these on, and it doesn't really look very animated to me, but they do have animated. Maybe you need to find it actually in the templates. So you need to choose this, and then there'll be all kinds of animated options. And man, let's have a proper look. When you export that, you need to export it as a video. So let's have a look at this one. And then when we download it I see it's going to show us this bit's moving, this bit's bouncing. And then when you download it, it recommends for you that you should download it as a video. And the other option is an animated GIF. So that's just a slightly different file type. It's a little bit smaller, and it's a little bit more, what's the word? It's just a little bit more easy on the file. Like, it's not such a big file as a video, and it should just sort of play on its own on social media. I don't know what will happen when you download it. Let's have a look. So that's pretty much all the file types. If you have any more questions, just pop it down in the comments, and hopefully I can help you. Basically, it's just that major difference between something being oh no, you still have to press play. Isn't that funny? I think it depends. If this were in social media, it might just play on its own as a GIF. What was I going to say? If you have any questions, pop them in the comments and I'll try to answer you. The basic difference is that some are images, the JPEG and the PNG, and then some are considered a file type. And then the third is the video, and that's either the MP4 or the JPEG, not JPEG. Ooh, it starts to get crazy, doesn't it? The GIF. So basically it just depends what your design type is and then where you want to use it. If you want to create a post and share it on social media, you need a JPEG or a PNG. Hopefully I haven't just confused you more. Any questions in the comments? If you like this video and you want to, you could give it a thumbs up. And if you think that you'd like to see my future videos, if you subscribe, I'll sort of pop up in your feed. If you're really dedicated, you can turn on notifications so that whenever I publish a new video, you get a bing. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope that was helpful. See you next time.